Hi friends, my name is Rohan Vasudev. In this session, we are going to talk about UI ScrollView in Unity. So what is UI ScrollView? UI ScrollView is used to display content inside a scrollable frame. It is generally used when a large content needs to be fitted inside a small area in a scene. A scroll view has a scroll rect and an image component which is attached to it. So when you create a scroll view game object, by default a scroll rect and an image component will be attached to it. A scroll rect provides functionality to scroll over the content which takes up a lot of space and needs to be fitted inside a small area in a scene. Now there are some important elements in a scroll view. First is your viewport. Viewport is the child of the root game object which is scroll view. It is a rect transform that actually acts as a window to the scrollable content. Now mask component is attached to the viewport in order to hide any content outside of the viewport. Then second we have content. Content is the child of the viewport game object. The content component will have all the scrolling content inside it. So basically whatever content we are going to put in a scroll view will be inside your content game object or content component. The size of the content component needs to be expanded to fit all the scrollable content. Only if the content is larger than the viewport, then the scrolling effect will work. So suppose if content is smaller than the viewport, then the scrolling effect won't work at all. So it has to be larger than your viewport. Then we have scroll bars. There are two types of scroll bars here, horizontal and vertical scroll bars, which are the child of the root game object, which is your scroll view game object. Again, they are used to define horizontal and vertical scrolling for these scrollable elements. So horizontal scroll bar is used to define horizontal scrolling and vertical scroll bar is used to define vertical scrolling. How to make a dynamic scroll view? Now the scrollable content is added inside the content component. Okay, so whatever objects we are going to add, they all will be inside the content component. The size of the content component or the game object is larger than the body of the scroll view by default and can be modified as required. Now this perfectly suits for the static scrollable content if we exactly know how much content is going to be there inside the scroll view basically. But what if we don't know how much content is going to be there? What if the content is added at the runtime? Then what? Then the content component will not adjust its size accordingly and the content outside of the content area will not be visible. Hence the size of the scroll view can be changed dynamically by adding two elements to the content component. And which are these elements? These are your vertical layout group. What is vertical layout group? Vertical layout group is used to lay out child elements below each other. Okay, below one another. The scrollable content here will be placed vertically one below another. Then we have horizontal layout group. Horizontal layout group is used to lay out child elements side by side. The scrollable content here basically will be placed horizontally side by side. Okay, and then lastly we have content size fitter. What is content size fitter? The most important aspect here. Content size fitter will drive the size of the rect transform it's attached to. Okay, so this content size fitter basically will be added to your content component or game object. In fact, even the vertical layout group or horizontal layout group will be added or should be added to your content game object or content component. Content size fitter will drive the size of the rect transform it's attached to based on the layout of its children. It only works in the combination with a layout component such as your vertical layout group or horizontal layout group. Content size fitter can be set to have a horizontal fit of preferred size for horizontal layout group. So we can set the horizontal fit to preferred size for content size filters. So this is a property for content size filter which can be set to preferred size. This will basically increase the width on adding more child objects, and which will fit them all. So that's it, guys. I will see you in the next session. In the next session, we'll be creating an example for a scroll view with a vertical layout group and a content size filter. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.